Hello again. I thought I would do a couple of more unboxings for some shmup related plastic model kits. Now, I recently got this, I think last summer when I was in Tokyo for the Wonder Festival. I went to Plum's, their store in Akihabara. Plum has their own store. Now, Plum is a company based in Suwa City, Nagano Prefecture, and they also have a store there. And I have pictures, and I will eventually put those up on my website sometime. So, anyhow, this is, I think, the very first game-related model that Plum made was the Silpheed. Now, this is the second Silpheed model that they made. This is the Lancer type. I just thought this looked pretty awesome. Now, I used to play Silpheed. I think the first time I played it was on the Apple II GS at my high school. I was in the computer club, and I used to play Silpheed. And then later, it was released on the Mega CD, also known as the Sega CD. And I had actually the American Sega CD game, but I sold it to Trader in Akihabara because I just didn't see the point in having the American one if I had the Japanese Mega Drive version. So as you can see, the style they've kept really faithful to the box art in the game. Of course, this is the default ship though. So I can't, it's been a while since I played this game. I don't remember what the Lancer type is or where you get it into, in the game or whatever, but you got like this big huge badass cannon, and that looks just so freaking cool. That is awesome looking. So let's open this up and take a look. And next, after that, I want to show you the Silverhawk from Darius Burst. So let's open this up. Now, as with the other Plum kits, each runner is individually packaged. So I can basically show you this without opening up the bags here. So this is obviously the stand. Come on down and meet your maker. And what is this? This is special for the Lancer type. Now, a lot of these runners are repeated from the original kit, but also it means that there's a lot of parts that you don't use because there's an extra runner for the parts that you need to build this Lancer. So I believe these you do not use, if I remember right. I already looked at the instructions earlier this evening. So, not much to tell about these things. Apparently these are what you get, like the side trims here. So this is a snap kit. I think all of Plum's, all of these such kits are snap kits. So I suppose you could paint these up separately, and no masking is required in that case. So I have yet to build one of these, so I can't tell you. But this looks like the main thruster here, but it has some sort of pegs inside for inserting something else into there. I don't know what that's about. Now this looks like the main fuselage here and the cockpit. And you got some sort of a weird little hole here. I don't know what that's about. But this is the left and right sides respectively here, and the panel lines are really nice. They're really to scale with the kit, I believe. The detailing is pretty nice, and I imagine this is like the underside, I believe. I'm not sure what's going on here with this piece here. So moving on here, I think these are the engines. Pretty cool looking, pretty greebly. Look pretty nice. I'd probably paint those up in a metallic color. And here's the Lancer cannon here. It comes in two sides, and you glue them together. And hopefully it'll minimize it, any sort of parting line after you do some sanding, I imagine. So, I'm not sure what this is about, but yeah, I think this is the main assembly for the cannon here. And just more stuff, more panels. And here's the wings. Here are the wings. Now, if you want to build it like it shows on the box here, you are going to have to do some masking here if you want to paint inside here, I think, or just use a brush and be very careful, painting in inside here. The example on the box, like this part here, has been masked off and painted, so that would look pretty nice. And then this is just a mirror image of the other side you just saw. So, pretty neat. Now the instructions are here. It gives some background on the video game. And it talks about the Lancer type. It's got some completed pictures of the completed model here. It gives a color guide. Really basic, neutral gray, black, clear red, and clear orange for the cockpit. I don't know what that's about, because there's no real cockpit, it's all solid, I guess. Maybe that's what that hole was for, I don't know. But here's this big ass weapon, it looks pretty cool. It would look really nice to do a wash on that and bring out the detail. And the instructions tell you all of the parts that you will not need for this kit. There's lots of X's. So instructions are pretty basic. It's pretty self-explanatory, it looks like. And it sits on the base pretty well. Now, there's no decals for this at all. But you can get some aftermarket decals. Like here, I picked this up in Akihabara this past summer, but this is called Satellite Decals, and this is a Caution Decals 1 black. They also have a white version too, if I remember right. There's another company called HIQ Parts that they make some pretty cool looking sci-fi water slide decals. This would be pretty cool to add, really bring the model to life. So, oh, and there's also like an order form here. If you screw up on any of the runners, there you go. But that's only if you live in Japan, of course, or if you know someone like me who can maybe help you out with some of that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I would recommend looking at, I think, HobbyLink Japan, HLJ.com. If you want to get stuff like this, that might be the best place to go, is to look for little decals like this. So, moving on. Now, the Silverhawk, I just got this tonight, and that's kind of what gave me the inspiration to do this unboxing video. It has, I think it's gone out of print, and the price has gone up for this model here. And as a result, I just kind of gave up on finding this. Now there is a secondary augmentation model to this. It's just like only like 1,000 yen to buy it. By the way, the reason I got this is like it dropped down to like 3,000 yen or so on Amazon Japan, plus free shipping. So I snagged it. I definitely wanted to get this. So this is for the Darius Burst game. It's in the arcades, and this is the PSP version. I don't think there was a console release like on the PS2 or PS3 But this is a pretty neat game. I've been playing this a lot lately. So that's what gave me the idea to look up this model on Amazon. So I should point out, Silpheed is by a game company called Game Arts. I think Treasure also had some sort of a hand in making this game, if I remember right. I'm not sure. Darius is made by Taito. So you got some pretty neat looking screenshots here. And there is a second ship in the game, and I just unlocked it last night. But you only get the model for just the regular red colored Silverhawk. So it's pretty nice. I like all of the Darius games. The ships always kind of look the same. This is just really, really cool looking. And even if you don't know what the Darius or Silpheed for that matter are, these are really awesome looking starfighters. And you don't have to be a video gamer to really see that. I mean, this is just really cool and menacing. It kind of somewhat reminds me of like a Klingon bird of prey, kind of, with the swept down wings, and just that it looks kind of like a bird, you know, just like that swept forward head, you know. I guess that's why they call it the Silverhawk, so it kind of looks like a hawk. So let's open this up. Now again, there's no decals with this one either, so good luck with that. You just have to come up with your own if you want. Now this is the clear canopy here. It's molded in really like a cobalt blue color. It's really nice. And you got this, I don't know what this is. I think maybe this is for the stand or something. So here's the stand. It looks pretty basic, just like the Silpheed's stand is pretty basic. These parts, I'm not sure I can tell you what these are. They might go to the wings, the lower parts, the lower sections of the starfighter. I'm not sure. Oh, by the way, this is a 1/60th scale. Let me see what the other one says. That's a 1/100 scale. Is the Lancer, the Silpheed Lancer. Now this is that top part here. This part here on top. So neat stuff. You got some panel lining, not a whole lot to be represented here, but you do see some stuff, some panel lines along here. So yeah, here you can see some more panel lines here. It's pretty nice, just like the Silpheed. So this looks like the fuselage, the left and right parts, lower and upper, I imagine. Yeah, see, this must be the lower fuselage with the little fin. Now the red parts here, pretty nice, pretty nice. Yeah, not much to say. It's just not a lot of panel lining, but maybe it's not really necessary. It's just the way that the ship is made, I suppose, the way it's designed. So this looks like the very top part of a fighter. Now here's all the engines, just molded in gray. And it looks like a landing gear as well is optional if you want to use that. Now let's look at the manual here. So color guide here. The white 80%, just with a touch of neutral gray, like 20%, and just barely cobalt blue, just maybe a drop. That's the body color according to the instructions. I would probably just use I have plenty of gray paints to choose from. The red is a Monza red, or red matter, and that's 80%, and 20% is maroon. I'm not sure if I would. I might just go just with straight red. I don't know. It says you got, the gray parts are neutral gray, which is a touch of black, 5% black, and you got clear blue. But the clear blue is for the canopy, and it's already molded blue, so I don't really see the point in that. Now you have some. Oops, kick the camera. You got some information about the software. Darius Burst. Got some screenshots. Pretty cool. And I got the parts listing. So instructions are pretty straightforward, as can be expected. It doesn't look really difficult whatsoever. That's it. So here is that augmentation that I was mentioning before. This is only just the ring. When you play the game, when you used your burst cannon, this ring just kind of materializes in front of your ship, and it enables you to shoot your main cannon. So it looks nice, but I don't think I would bother getting it. Here it is on Amazon. They want like over 3,000 yen for the price, but I've actually at the Plum store itself, the one in Nagano Prefecture, and there's another one also, as I mentioned, in Akihabara. It's on sale for like only 1,000 yen. You can't buy the Silverhawk ship, but you can buy this ring. And there actually is a blue version that has been released. Now you'll see here in the pictures, it looks like there's some decals that they have added, but at least the red one does not come with these decals. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know. Maybe that's just the example that somebody built. I don't know, but yeah, mine certainly did not come with any decals. So anyhow, yeah, so there is a red version and a blue version, and you can get this if you feel like it, but it's just kind of a waste of space, and it doesn't even look that cool to get this the burst cannon ring. So there you have it. 2 unboxings in one video. The SA-77 Silpheed Lancer type from Silpheed, and the Legend Silverhawk Burst from Darius Burst. So this is a 1/100 scale and a 1/60 scale. Let me know which one you think looks cooler. Thanks for watching. Bye.